This is practice exercise 10. I will set this one up in Java today. You're welcome to use any language as you typically could. We want to print a diamond shape. So this is going to be returning some string output for us. So given a number n, so whatever number you have, we're going to write a program to print a diamond shape with two times n rows. So if I pass 3, we want 6 rows. If I pass 5 for n, we want 10 rows. So we're just going to double that. So here's an example. The input is 6. So we're going to expect there to be 12 rows. The output is this text here. You can see that there's spaces, indenting everything. We've got 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6 stars. And then we go backwards from 6 stars back down to 1. Another example with input of 3, we expect 6 rows. So again, we start with 1, then we go to 2, then 3, then 3, then 2, then 1. So this is an interesting one. We don't typically do this a lot. This would be a little bit of ASCII art, but it'll help you understand how to format things with spaces and indentions and do things of that nature. So this is a pretty interesting little problem here. So we're going to do this one in Java. Print out this diamond shape. So let's Control-Shift-P. We're going to add, I'm going to do this as Maven. You're welcome to use it as Gradle or one of the other build frameworks you would like. I'm a fan of Maven. So we'll do new project. I'll do this as a quick start. Latest version, com.lucentaryacademy.practice exercises print diamond shape. All right, so let's go ahead and move this into my handy dandy delete me folder. Trust to continue. I'm not worried about a repo. We'll leave these values defaulted. Yes, I do want to open that. Excellent. And I do trust myself. All right, so let me go ahead and copy the MD file so we've got it available. I'm not worried about taking a survey, so please go away. All right, so I am going to have a version problem. So let's go ahead and change this to 21 on these because that's the version I've got. If you're not sure, you can go to the warnings. You can see it right here. Your version will be displayed. It may not be 21. It may be 23 or 24. So I'm going to save that. Yes, we want to synchronize. Always synchronize. All right, we are in good shape. Let's head into our test. So this is app test. We're going to rename this. This is going to be print diamond test. I will format with everything. So Control A, Control K, then Control F. So Control A to select everything, and then Control K, and then F, Control K, Control K, Control F. That will make sure that everything's formatted. I'll get rid of these comment lines. And then finally, Control-Shift-P, I will convert the indentation to tabs because tabs are generally better. All right, so now we've got this. Let's go ahead and change this so we have our assert, pull all the assertions in. That way we have some options. So we'll say this one is going to be example 1. And example 1, we're going to have an input of 6. And then our expected output. So this one's going to be interesting because I'm going to need to copy all of these lines here. So we'll say this is a string and we'll say expected equals, and I'm going to do a multi-line string here. And it's going to want to indent this, and I don't want it to indent. All right, so that looks pretty good. Now I can't remember in Java if, nope, the first line has to be blank. All right, so here is our expected input and our expected output, and I'm assuming I can't do this either. I think I can. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm getting rid of any trailing tabs or spaces or anything like that, or any leading tabs or new lines or spaces, making sure it's exactly what we want, because that's going to matter in terms of printing all of these things out. Let me just make sure. Yeah, so it wants it to be on a new line. All right, so there's our expected output. It's very interesting that we paste all that in. It does need to be on the left because these spaces matter. You don't want this indented. If you indent at all, that is going to change the assertions and your test will never pass. All right, so now that we've got that, what we need to do is we need to actually format this as a diamond. So let's create. All right, there we go. Just helping with the tabs. So we're going to create some object that basically prints out and formats a diamond. So let's call it, we'll say var diamond printer equals new diamond printer. And then we'll just get the format. We'll get the actual diamond contents. So this will be string diamond contents equals diamond printer dot format diamond given n. And now we'll finally just assert that those are equal. Assert equals diamond. Let's see this. It wants it to be expected first, so it's expected, and then the diamond contents. Excellent. So that looks pretty good. We're going to copy and paste this and do example 2. Example 2 wants n to be 3, and then we'll need to change our actual values here. Excellent. So there's the new formatted. So the much bigger diamond at top, much smaller diamond on the bottom. Everything else is the same. Looking pretty good. Now we need to go ahead and create these objects so that we have those available. So let's open up main. I'm just going to repurpose Java, or app.java rather, and we'll make that the diamond printer. I'm not going to do this as a console app. You're welcome to leave this here and create a new class if you would like, and then you could actually print this out to the screen. I'm just going to use the test to do this. So I'm going to rename this. Let's format everything. We'll get rid of our silly comment and get rid of main. We don't want that, and convert to tabs. Excellent. So now that we've got that, we need our format diamond. I'm gonna let Visual Studio Code help me out. So click on it, Control period, and then enter will create the method for me. Let's go ahead and go to definition. Clean up some of this, convert to tabs. Excellent. I think we're in good shape. Let's go ahead and I still have the problem. They haven't fixed this yet, so it is still trying to run Python tests instead of Java tests. So let's run this manually. Let's go back to Explorer. I'll move my big head. We'll open up the Maven tab, right click, run Maven commands, and I want tests. You could also just type that out or go to the commands up top. All right, perfect. So we do have 2 errors, 2 failures for our test, which is exactly what we'd expect. We're getting this unsupported operation exception. You are set up and ready to go. So again, here's the test code. Make sure you've got this. Pause the video if you need to make sure you have everything in place. Example 1 and then example 2. Your goal now will be to remove this exception. Obviously, you don't want that exception. You want to make sure that you're formatting the output and returning the string that is that format. Good luck.